Going on, guys? Welcome back to the very first episode of Stranger Things on our channel. We're going to be doing a
Yeah.
podcast that we haven't got a podcast, so we got in trailer reactions, but finally we could film this podcast right here. We've been waiting like 3 years. Stranger Things
Yeah.
4.
Seems like forever. And
The crazy thing is, like, we're not even done watching it yet. We still got 2 more episodes in July.
I,
So of course we'll come back in July when we watch them and go and do this for the second time.
of course,
I'm ready to talk about this. What about you?
yeah, I've been ready to talk about it. This is my favorite season since season one. I mean, two was great, three was great, three was good. Three was good to me, but
Mhm.
man, this season it just kept my attention so much better than the other couple of seasons. But season one was really good. But man,
Yeah,
instant like action, and then they take you back down and then they bring you back up. It's like suspenseful. It's like a horror movie, a
dude,
horror
it's
series,
scary. It's the
if you will.
scariest. It's the scariest season. Like,
Yeah.
remember that episode where you know Fred, right? The guy with the glasses. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So yeah, he's with Nancy and stuff. He remember the part where they go to the trailer park and the cop goes in the car and his face just turns all like zombie like. You remember that
Yeah.
was scary. And
Yeah.
when we saw Chrissy die for the first time and her bones just snapped, that we're just like, what the heck? Because we haven't seen
Yeah.
that. We haven't seen nothing like
No.
that from this like from 1, 2, and 3. So just seeing that's like, what the heck?
Right. Yeah. It was like Exorcist, like
Yeah.
her, up on the ceiling cracking. And man, I'm telling you, the the very first scene where she's in the bathroom and she's throwing up, and
Mhm.
then I'm like, what is this voice? Like, what is she hearing? It
Yeah.
completely caught me. I had no idea that I had no idea about Vecna.
Yeah. Also, you
And
haven't seen any of like the trailers or anything.
I watched the trailer before I
Oh,
started
okay.
episode one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't rewatch one, two, or three, but that's what got me the first time, because I was like, man, I was like, is it like, how is he able to, who's communicating? Obviously somebody from the Upside Down, but who the hell is it? It's like, it's not Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when it caught me. I was like, that's when I like got fully interested. I'm like, okay, because we didn't know who she was.
No,
She didn't have any ties to the group or anything like that, as far as like,
she's a new character. Yeah.
she's a new character. So yeah, completely. Yeah, it was scary and awesome scary.
Yeah.
Did way different.
It did. And then yeah, so we're seeing this new character. We see like his feet in the outside the stall. We're like,
Mm,
I think at first we think she's like going crazy kind of, because then she goes to Eddie, the weird guy Eddie, for like
yeah,
drugs and stuff.
right.
So at first we're thinking like she's kind of going crazy. Uh but dude, that clock just appears everywhere. The clock.
I remember the clock from the preview. Well, okay, so the first, what they gave us, the first 8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
In
You
the
watch that?
yeah,
Yeah. We
I watched
see,
that, and then we
oh, we
see
gotta talk about that.
Dr.
Yeah.
Banner.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we get to that, man, it's the clock and the way that they do it. They time it with the music and the videography, whatever you call it.
So
It's really well done.
they've been playing this since season 1, because that clock, you could hear it in season 1, 2, and 3. You could hear
Yeah,
that clock. It's like a different chime, but you still hear a clock every single season. So that's kind
right.
of that's kind of crazy that they've been playing
Yeah,
this for this guy the whole entire time since they started.
number one.
Yeah. So let's talk about that first 8 minutes first, because we saw that like 2 weeks before, and at the end, we could talk about the end because that's the main, like that's the big part is when
Okay,
like all the people are dead, all of them, and
right.
it's 11. We think it's 11. We find out
You
it's,
absolutely think it's 11. They make you think it's 11, and then you're thinking about when she was hiding in that diner in season one, like that's why she's all freaked out. That's why she doesn't trust anybody because she thinks she
Yeah.
slaughtered all the kids in the center.
Mhm.
Great tease. Like I was thinking that up until what was it, episode 6 or 7?
Yeah.
Where I
So
was caught
that's
off guard. I thought it was Will. I thought it was Will. I was convinced because he had a connection. I was like, maybe he's just like plotting all this stuff, and
so we're
he kind
getting
of started.
yeah, we're getting into that because there's a couple of
Yeah,
similarities between who Vecna actually is and Will, and we'll get into it.
okay,
Um,
okay,
so let's talk about all these episodes are like hour and a half long, so that was awesome.
yeah.
And then
was.
the last episode is gonna be like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Nice.
That's like a movie right there. There's
My
some
biggest fear is we waited 3 years and season 4 was going to be awful. They were just going to try to do all kinds of different things, and I'm glad I was 1,000% wrong. I'm so glad.
Yeah, it didn't even feel like Stranger Things, did it? Do you think it kind of felt like it?
I was looking at some online stuff, and it had so they took some stuff from like Exorcist and Freddy Krueger and put it into there.
Jaws.
So Jaws, yeah, I heard that. So no, I agree. It didn't feel like a normal Stranger Things. It felt, I think it's the vibe change we kind of needed after season 3 and waiting.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of like a fresh taste. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, and I know that's what they wanted. They're in California, and they're back in what's the town called?
Hawkins.
So yeah, like they gave us a fresh start, fresh characters. They tied them into the story well. I like the Eddie character.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
What about the Russia scenes?
Oh man,
Those ones are crazy.
Hopper's almost like a whole different podcast.
Yeah,
Like he did great. He's a good actor.
he is. And like, dude, like they put him through hell. Basically, they're trying to get him to rat out like what was going on in there and how he who he works for, but like he actually was telling the truth. Kind of, he doesn't work for anyone.
Right.
So yeah, we're getting to that one, especially like with the Demogorgon stuff. They have them. That we're getting to that, but I think we should get this episode 4 now.
Okay.
You remember episode 4?
If we start talking about it.
So this is one where we figure out like that Max is another main target of Vecna.
Okay.
So she sees the clock and we're like, oh no, it's Max. And then she goes to the cemetery. She goes to the cemetery to talk to Billy. Meanwhile, Nancy and them are going to talk to what's his name? Creel.
The serial killer. Yeah, Creel.
Well, he's not actually, but
we think he is at the time.
And they tell him he basically tells him like that he heard music and it snapped him out of the trance and stuff. So that's what they do.
Right.
So Max is stuck in there. She's running to that song. And this is everyone's favorite scene in the whole entire Stranger Things. Is when she's running.
It's really popular.
Yeah, when she's running from Becca.
I was watching something last night. She said it took them like 3 days to film that.
Dang.
Over 3 days or something. Yeah, it was really spooky the way they did. They kind of silently, you didn't suspect that he was after her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't sound like he's like really targeting people. He picks up on their people that don't want to be around anymore. So it's like a lost souls type of deal. And he's recruiting people.
Mm-hmm.
But I binge watched it. So when I watched a couple of recaps, there is a lot of stuff that you miss.
Yeah.
And I missed the whole, like the Creel son. I missed that he was, how he tied into it at first. I had to go back and watch. I'm like, oh, okay. The son.
Yeah.
But anyways, but Max, they made us think that, they didn't really suspect that she was going to be one of his targets, and she was. And it's cool about the music. I didn't pick up on that either the first time about how Creel hinted about the music.
Oh, really?
No.
So you're wondering why they're putting the music on her, like the headphones on her.
Yeah, I knew what was going on then, but I didn't pick it up when he said it.
Oh,
That
okay.
it could be a way to get them out of that trance. Because
Mm,
obviously, like, man, all these people are in trances. How the hell you get them out?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Christy when she's floating on the ceiling. Oh my gosh.
it's cool because like it makes a portal to the upside down. That's why like
Right, right,
they
right.
close it, and that's why everyone's confused. Is like why how come people are able to go back over there? It's because like
Hmm.
Vecna can make a portal,
Yeah,
which I'm still kind of
figured.
confused about because like they close and they close it. So so basically Vecna is using the mind flare. He's like behind it all. That's what I'm basically what I'm hearing is he's behind the mind flare, the Demogorgon, all of those people.
You think he's the main villain
That's what
behind?
people are saying because he's like when 11 sent him to the upside down the first time, we like it, and then the portal closes. So that he's like
Mhm.
basically the first person to be in there. And when he sends him there, it's a completely different thing. It's like lightning, and there's like two different like layers, and it's all red.
Yeah,
And
I
then
see where you're going.
we know it to be some like look kind of different. So I'm thinking like Vecna made the whole entire upside down.
That's possible.
Yeah,
Very possible.
but we don't know.
Um,
Hopefully we find out in the next two episodes.
right. I heard one theory that he's Vecna's like the Mind Flayer's 5-star general. Like
Mm,
he's just kind of. But I kind of like number one being the original in the
yeah,
Upside Down. I like that. I like that theory way better.
yeah. The Mind Flayer
Very
is probably my favorite. Probably my favorite villain. The big one for in the upside down.
right.
The shadow one from
The
season
one
two.
that
That's probably my favorite guy.
that's the shadow one. Is he connected to the one that attacked the mall in
Yeah,
season 3?
yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
just like a small portion of them, which is
Right.
crazy. Uh and then
Yeah.
so we see so like volume two, they released a trailer for it for volume two, and it shows like the mind flayer dust again in Russia though. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, I did. I
Okay,
seen
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So I'm so excited for that. And dude,
Man, we're
it's like
there's so
hinting
many
that
there's
Russia. It's hinting that Hopper leaves Russia. It's
right.
hinting that like we know he's gonna escape. Come on now.
Yeah, he's gonna escape or somebody's gonna get him out or um I don't know.
Yeah,
Because the Demogorgon's still alive there, right? They just backed him into the thing with the fire.
yeah.
Okay.
It shows clips of him like with a flamethrower. Um, so we'll probably see more with that, like the more with the Demogorgon.
Right.
I think we should just honestly, I think we should just get to this the very last episode right now because I'm excited to talk about
Yeah.
it.
The
So
air the who was the guard? What was the guard's name that was helping Hopper out?
oh
The
shoot.
Russian. Because he said
Enzo.
Enzo.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking the whole time Enzo's just going to double cross him, and then
yeah,
right out of the blue, uh, the pilot's just nuts, you know. But
yeah,
he's got it all schemed out. That
mhm,
was a little bit twist there too. So episode 7.
yeah.
Okay,
Let's get into it.
let's go.
This is like this is cool, but I guess we could talk about before this. Like she's trying to get her powers back because she doesn't have them. So they go into this facility and you're using like memories, past memories that we haven't even seen yet. That
Nina,
she's yeah,
that's
yeah, and
Nina's.
she's like forgetting these memories, like she's canceling them all out. So that's the reason why she's losing her powers is because like she's forgetting these memories.
Right.
So she's
So
got to like remember them in like dude 001
yeah.
001.
So what's so we got Dr. Banner, and then who's the one that she ate with at the truck stop? That
Yeah,
brought her.
yeah.
What's his name? Doctor.
Shoot.
But that guy,
Yeah, something I forgot.
I didn't see Banner. That kind of surprised me too at the end there,
Yeah.
where he brings her in and it's Dr. Banner, because you just think it's like it's going to be this. He's a villain.
Mhm.
So throughout the whole first episodes, I like how they kept you kind of confused. If you can sit there and think really through it, but if you just let it entertain you and just go through it. They really did a good job of keeping you confused and on your toes. And that's what I really liked about this season. So
Yeah.
Dr. Boehner comes up with this Nina tank. And so, yeah, they're putting Elle in there and
Mhm.
helping her remember the memories.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he's actually playing like a good guy. Like he's playing a
Right.
more likable character, which I don't know. I don't know if he's bad or good. You
I
can't
think
really
he's,
tell you.
I think
Huh?
he's both.
Yeah.
I
He
think he's
said like
both.
you can leave here anytime you want. That's what he said.
Right.
So I don't know. But yeah,
Well,
oh
yeah,
one was
I
this
think he learned. I think he learned from his mistakes with number one. He doesn't want to make the same mistakes with 11. So
mhm.
maybe instead of making her feel like she's trapped, like, hey, you choose to be here,
Yeah.
and maybe I think that's his psychology behind that anyway.
Yeah.
Don't
Um
make don't make the same mistake as one because you saw what happened.
so like episode 3 or something when he talks about 001, there is an 001, but he's not
Mhm.
around anymore. You already like assume that he's 001. Like that's what I said. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's definitely 001.
You thought Banner was the
No, no, no. No, Henry Creel.
oh okay
Yeah.
Vecna.
As soon as he mentions there's an 001, like you know it's him.
Anakin before he's Darth Vader. That's what we're
Yeah.
basically.
Um
Yeah.
but yeah, so season 7, he has like this chip that's causing him not to be able to use his powers.
Right.
And dude, when 11 takes it off, he's just super powerful.
Right in that scene where she's like, I help you, you help me. I was like, oh shit, he's about to double cross her. Like,
Yeah.
like he uses her to free him. I was like, I felt it was coming right there. I was like, oh shit. And then boom, there he was.
But
Just all powerful.
he was still kind of on her side though. Like he wasn't gonna double cross her until she like
Yeah.
said no. And then she sends him to the upside down.
So
She destroys him basically.
he probably thought they would work together.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
they were similar.
She tricked him into freeing him as, yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Um
Yeah.
we can talk about the theories on, but yeah, and then he turns into Vecna. We get into that. And then we figure out that he's Henry Creel. Vecna's Henry Creel.
Yeah, I liked how they set all that up. The house, how Nancy put the house together off of Max's paintings
Mhm.
or her pictures. I liked how they set it all up. It's the same house in the upside down, that stained glass window. They painted a perfect,
And,
ominous
and
picture of
it's
that.
2 years before the upside so like there's theories that like the clock can control the time in the upside down. Remember it was 2 years before.
Yeah, so Nancy figured that out, that when the day Will disappeared, time kind of stopped in the upside down. Is that how I understood it?
Um, I think it's or yeah, it's something like that because when Will's in the upside down, it's the same time, but when they went in season 4, it's 2 years before. So I think the clock controls it all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I wonder why they keep it. Does it tie into um when Elle pushed number one through the portal? Is that when it
I
started? Or is it,
maybe.
I'm just interested why that's what the 2 year thing has. Maybe it has something to do with. I'm just thinking about theories.
Yeah, I don't know.
2 years
Yeah,
back.
and also
Interesting.
the counselor is wearing a clock on her. The counselor, they think that she's gonna be bad because she's wearing a clock on her,
Oh,
the necklace.
the
Yeah,
school counselor.
she's wearing a necklace
Yeah,
of that clock, the same exact clock. So they're saying it could be a
that's right.
key.
What if she's like a relative of the Creole family or something?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
We're finding out
So
July 1st.
so the counselor could be a Creole. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Counselor could be a Creole relative,
Mhm.
possibly. Hopper escapes. Elle comes back and just starts kicking ass again, or what kind of, do we see a fight between Elle and Vecna?
Oh, definitely. Like what? Like I guarantee we do.
Because she doesn't know who he is right now. She doesn't know.
No, no,
Does she even know about Vecna since she's been away?
I don't. Oh yeah, yeah. They tell her about him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, they don't.
That's
She
why
doesn't
she
know who it
goes to
is
get
though.
her. That's
Yeah,
why she goes to get her powers back. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be, if that's going to be episode 9, and it's so long, I'm all for it. There's like a 30-minute fight between them two. Let's do it.
Yeah. And we're getting
I
we're
seen
getting
her
another
on the.
podcast then. Huh?
I seen Millie Bobby Brown on Hot Wings.
On what?
Hot Wings. It's a YouTube show where they eat hot wings and
Oh,
ask questions.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, I had no idea she has an accent. She's British or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought she was American. I had no idea
Oh,
she.
also
It was
Eddie.
really
A lot of them are
yeah.
the also like
Oh,
Eddie, Jonathan.
Eddie, Jonathan too.
Yeah.
It was just so weird hearing her talk because the only time I've really heard her talk is in her character. So I
Yeah.
was like, wow, man. Anyways,
Yeah. I think we just cut it there. Wait until July to talk about the second part.
yeah, yeah.
We're gonna
July 1st.
yeah.
Is
That is
all right.
phew.
That's a Friday.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
me and Joe Paul are definitely gonna get together to do different stuff. We're probably gonna make another TikTok for him. So be ready for like all like side stuff that we're gonna be planning.
We got some cool stuff going on in the summer. We just don't know what yet, but we have an idea.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got an idea. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
And see you guys later.